Good morning. My name is Councillor Paul Rivers and I am Executive Co-Portfolio Holder for Housing in brackets, Operations and Services here at Waverley Borough Council. I am considering the matters set out in our agenda, which require executive decisions that fall within my delegated authority. All proposed decisions are published on the executive forward plan for at least 28 days before the decision, and papers are published 5 working days before the decision at this meeting. In making decisions as the co-portfolio holder for housing, I have due regard to the views and any comments made by the Landlord Services Advisory Board and Executive Working Group, the Overview and Scrutiny Committee, and any council officers. These matters have been considered at the Landlord Services Advisory Board this morning, and in taking the decisions, I will be taking account of the discussions and comments raised at that meeting. Agenda item number 1. The minutes of the meeting on 20th of July have been published on the website, and I am pleased to be able to approve those minutes. Agenda item 2, declarations. Leila, can you confirm no declarations?
Yes, I can confirm no declarations.
And agenda item number 3, questions from the public. Leila?
I've received no questions.
And item 4, questions from members. Leila, are there any?
Again, no questions.
Thank you very much. So moving to our business, agenda item number 5, which is Housing Services Asset Management System procurement decision. The recommendation is that the co-portfolio holder for housing approves 1, the strategy used to procure an AMS, asset management system, comprising of a direct award of over £100,000. 2, following the framework guidance on issuing direct award to MIS active management system through the vertical application solution, a Crown Commercial Framework Agreement RM6259. And 3, the delegation of authority to award the resultant contract to the Executive Head of Housing. That recommendation is accepted. Agenda item number 6, Housing Revenue Account buyback ex-local authority property, Weybourne, Farnham. The recommendation is that the co-portfolio for housing approves 1, the principle of the buyback on the terms set out in the report, and the use of the buyback reserve for this, together with any related professional costs and stamp duty land tax. Further, approves the property being appropriated for housing purposes as part of the housing revenue account. And 2, delegates to the Executive Head of Housing to approve the final terms of the purchase. And 3, grants delegated authority to the Executive Head of Legal and Democratic Services to approve the final form of wording of any legal agreements related to the purchase. This recommendation is accepted. And agenda item number 7, Aids and Adaptations Home Extension Works procurement in Farnham. The recommendation is that the co-portfolio holder for housing approves 1, an application for major adaptations to a council home to facilitate the needs of a resident disabled young person with the agreed scheme budget subject to the council entering into a joint funding agreement with Surrey County Council. And 2, the overall allocation from the Aids and Adaptations budget to part fund the cost of the adaptations and delegate authority to the Executive Head of Housing to enter into an agreement with Surrey County Council to fund the balance of the overall scheme costs. And 3, delegates authority to the Executive Head of Housing to procure and award a contract to carry out the adaptations referred to in the exempt report, subject to the council entering into a joint funding agreement with Surrey Council. This recommendation is accepted. And at 11:59, I am pleased